is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this?
This is a sham.
No.
Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Good morning, Stephanie Jones. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, Tori.
Jeff Schroeder. Almost forgot your last name. Al Jackson.
All right.
And Tori Shulman.
And Tori Shulman. Good to see everyone. Well, welcome to DBL, the Golden Bachelor Gary. I don't know his last name. I apologize. He left us all hanging last night. After giving his rose to one woman, Gary could not make a decision between the final two. He fled the rose ceremony in tears backstage and said he felt like he was going to throw up. Get this, during the hometown dates earlier, he told the three remaining women, all of them, all three, he was in love with each of them. And during one date, he proceeded to make out with one woman in front of her family. Take a look.
Would you say it?
I didn't say it out loud.
Oh my gosh! Relax.
Ew. Ew.
What's wrong with that?
Just not in front of the fam.
Why?
It's like a little half-naked child running around. Like, what's going on?
I don't know. I felt like it was a little. Ew.
I
very
I
intense.
think it's okay. And I'll tell you why.
Tell us why, Al.
I think that kids need to see their parents and grandparents be people and be affectionate.
Yeah, but this is some random guy. He's just rocked up at their house. Welcome on home, Granddad.
Yeah, but it's like, okay, yeah, my granddad got some flavor. All right. He's not playing checkers.
He's got some
He's
swagger.
got salt, pepper, and spice with the three other women that he's got going on. Add them all to the mix. Why not?
Jeff, are you good with this?
No.
Talk to us.
Yeah, it's a little cringy. It reminds me like of a bad audition. Maybe I got PTSD.
Yeah.
But that was bad. You know why? Because there's two other women involved.
Yes.
And he's doing that to two other families. So they're like, oh my God, this is my new grandpa. Oh man, you went with Amy? That guy's a scumbag. You know what I mean?
I was your new grandpa.
Yeah.
We're going to learn past and present tense today.
Your grandma didn't have what it takes.
Was and is two different things. We would love to know if you guys are okay with it. It is good to see people in love, but I think with the two other women, it also just felt weird. It just felt cringe. I agree with Jeff on this one. Anyone else looking forward to seeing who he picks? Have you all been in love?
It's nice to know the lady that missed the daughter's wedding that we all commented on for so long hasn't made it to the final three.
That's true. That's very true.
She gave up all her family and he's just spreading himself out everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. He was on the call to her daughter. Happy wedding day. I've got your mum.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about anyone now, does he?
No. Has anyone been in
point.
love with more than one person at a time?
No.
What kind of question is that?
I mean, it's a fair
Gary's
question.
in love with three women.
I
not
think
on
he's
The
in love with
Bachelor.
three women. He's not in love with three women. There's
You think it's a
no
lie?
way.
Al, have you ever been a womanizer?
We'll talk about that on that.
You don't want to bring it up on the panel?
No,
okay.
Honestly, being in love with somebody, I think it's something that you wrestle with, and it takes a long time to really be in love with somebody. And to say that you're in love with three people simultaneously, I just think is difficult because you can't even really know them.
Right,
How do
I
you
agree.
Really, you know what they've presented, but I think it's a
He
lot.
ran off the stage.
Yeah, get it?
But I mean, look at that woman. He literally just kissed her in front of her whole family saying, I love you, let's say it. And then literally she stood there crying and he's off running away. I mean, what kind of man is that?
Oh, wow. We're dogging Gary.
Look, Gary put himself on the show to be critiqued, and we've also praised him. And Steph is bringing up some very fair points. She's not attacking his wardrobe or what he looks. She's saying, what are you doing?
That's true.
First of all, get it together, Gary. Stop running away.
You know what I think? If that was anyone we know, if any single person we know said, I took a guy home, he met my entire family, he was kissing me saying, I love you, and then he runs off crying because he can't decide between you and another woman, you'd be like...
Red flag?
You'd be like, bye.
BRF.
I mean, obviously, they're on a competition game show, but I think he crossed the line when he's saying he loves them and everything.
I hear you. Let us know. Someone wrote, what's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. I appreciate that. The new movie about Priscilla Presley's relationship, speaking of love, with Elvis, comes out today. But it turns out Lisa Marie Presley wasn't very happy about it. So Variety obtained a pair of emails Lisa Marie sent to director Sofia Coppola last year, where Lisa Marie reacted to an early script. She said her father came across as a, quote, predator, manipulative, and called Sofia's perspective quite shockingly vengeful. So just so you guys know, the movie is based on her mother's memoir, and Priscilla is an executive producer on the film. Lisa Marie also said she would be forced to go against her mother and the film publicly, which would strain their already fragile relationship. In her response to Lisa Marie, Sofia wrote that she took great care in honoring her mother and presented her father with sensitivity and complexity. I couldn't even say the word right. What do we think about the objections of that? Is that fair, Steph?
I mean, I think everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I think when you are watching a very well thought out movie where your father is, you know, spending a lot of time with an underage girl at the end of the day, it is going to make you feel a bit uncomfortable, but it's Priscilla's story, no one else's. That is true to her words. She executive produced it.
Right.
We can't knock that. That's her truth.
Right.
We might not like it, but that's the truth. And guess what? Lisa wouldn't be here if that hadn't have happened, so...
Jeff, you're kind of nodding along. Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that because I'm not, you know, especially when someone's passed away and things like that to write a story, but this is from her perspective. She's the one writing.
Right.
When someone else is writing a book about someone else, I don't necessarily like it or think it should be allowed. It is, but this is from her eyes. This is how she felt. She's telling the world. Everyone could think whatever they want about Elvis and his perspective. This was in 1959.
Right.
They met. You could take anything with 2023 lenses and look back and be like, how dare he? But at the time, nobody cared. And if they really did, he wouldn't have been as famous as he was. They would have said, this is disgusting, she's 14, we're not having it, you are off the stage. And they would have been the end of Elvis.
Right.
But at the time, people didn't care because that was the time. I'm sick of going back in time and judging it with 2023 lens and making your own view. This was the woman that lived through it. This is her story. So be okay with it. If you're not okay with it, then don't watch it.
Jeff, we look at interviews from the late 90s and people cringe.
Yeah.
Saying, how could they ask that? Telling Cindy Crawford to stand up and pirouette so people can get it. And that was in the 90s. You know, the idea that we look back and try and judge, I think, is we're doing a miscarriage to ourselves to try and understand where we came from. If you guys remember the show The Affair, what I thought they did so well about that was they showed the same thing from different people's perspectives. And Priscilla's the perspective that we can never have. Somebody that's an autobiographer, even if they followed her every second of the day, that's still her life through their lens. I don't care if they woke up and brushed their teeth with her. Only her, the world through her eyes, can be shown through this film. And I do think, like Jeff said, this is the one account that we can at least go on, no matter how, forget your feelings. This is what happened. So let's see what happened, or don't watch if it's too uncomfortable.
There you go. Let us know what you guys think. Will you be watching? Coming up on DBL, our interview with Jeff's favorite singer. It gets very stalkerish, Jason Mraz. He's telling us about his experience this season on Dancing with the Stars.
I had to go home and shower.
And it's that time again to turn the clocks back this weekend. Should we keep or get rid of daylight saving time? The age-old question I don't really understand.
I think I usually get kicked off. Yeah, I'm usually the off guy.
Anyway, if someone's writing in Africa, come on over here.
And, you know,
Someone's
there's always
writing
a
in
logic behind it.
Wonder what granddaughter thinks. That's Riley Keough. Do you guys remember Riley? So Riley is Lisa Marie's daughter, and remember, she has a son, and Lisa Marie has passed.
Yes.
And then her son, Ben, I believe his name, also passed of a suicide. So a lot of unfortunate things happening in there. But Riley and Priscilla and Lisa Marie are still in there was some kind of problem with who's being buried next to Elvis. But I think they've all worked that out. So hopefully things will be a little bit smoother. But they met in Germany while she was 14, didn't have any relations until she was 17. But interesting that it was so young. They met in Germany, and he brought her back to Vegas. She was 16, and he was starting to do pills. and started introducing her to pills, and she started taking them, and you start to see the whole pill situation that gets worse and worse, especially for Elvis. So if anyone, have you seen the old Elvis? Did you guys watch the
Baz Luhrmann?
Yeah, Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really loved it. I really did.
I loved it.
Chris, did you like it?
Yeah, I like it.
That's, yeah.
Tom Hanks was ridiculous, I thought.
Oh, Tom.
His
but it
prosthetic,
doesn't-
but I thought, what's his name was Austin
His
Butler
prosthetic was ridiculous. He was good.
right, just the prosthetic.
Because he's so famous. You see Tom
Exactly.
Hanks.
Yeah,
Tom
exactly.
Hanks
But
is
it
the
didn't.
best.
It didn't take away.
And that
from it.
accent, he was like, I am
Austin-
the Colonel.
I really think Austin Butler should have won that Oscar. I understand the comeback and the
Who
time
won?
we're living. The Whale.
Oh, Brandon Fraser.
Fraser, yeah.
Oh, yeah, a lot of, I thought Austin Butler
Brendan,
was.
not Brandon.
Either way.
Brendan?
Yes. You said
Brendan Fraser,
Brandon
excuse
is
me.
just a guy you went to high school
I
with.
think it's easier to get into character when you're wearing that giant costume. You know what I mean?
Okay, welcome back to DBL. That was Sheryl Crow's new song, Alarm Clock. She's about to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tonight in a ceremony in New York. But her song is a great reminder, to everyone. Reset your alarm clocks this weekend. Sunday is the official end of daylight saving time across most of America. So we're going to be gaining an hour on Sunday, which sounds like a pretty sweet deal. But daylight saving comes with a serious consequence as well. Moving from daylight to standard time disrupts these natural sleep cycles, and it puts you at greater risk of mood disturbances, suicides, and traffic accidents. It also means that now when most people leave work, it'll be dark out. So how do we feel? Should we keep or get rid of daylight saving time? This has been an ongoing discussion. I don't understand how Phoenix has decided to just opt out.
Right.
Hawaii doesn't have it.
Well, it's because where they live, they're, in the country with the time zones, so they fall right in between.
Okay.
It's not like they're just like, I'm not
I
doing
thought
this.
they were.
It has something to do because it doesn't matter with their time zones.
What do you think about this in the circadian rhythm?
I think all the suicide and all that is baloney.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, so if you travel to New York and you're back 2 hours, suicide watch, like we need to pump the brakes with everything suicide. I understand.
Wait, do you believe in seasonal depression?
I do.
Right.
I do. But
Isn't
I don't
that
think
what that
because
is?
because you're clicking the hour back, and we're saying because you're missing 1 hour of sleep or gaining 1 hour of sleep, that throws off your circadian rhythm. When you travel, it throws off. When you go to, so don't go to Europe because we're mentally unhealthy. It's getting a little ridiculous with all that.
I see what you're saying, but as you were talking, you made me think. I lived in Buffalo, New York for a year and a half with my ex-girlfriend. And, it was cold. And I remember I was in office temp, shout out. And when I went to work, it was pitch black. And when I left
That was
work,
Michigan for me.
It was midnight black.
And I'm with that.
And it mentally affected, because it was so cold you couldn't go anywhere, stuff. And literally blockaded by snow, and it really affected me. So I don't know.
No, I get into that. So like Seattle, there's a reason why there's more suicides there because of the weather. Chicago in February, once
Michigan.
the holidays are over, it's very depressing. I totally get it. I get that aspect of it, and I don't think we need it anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. Because my favorite day of the year is when we push the clocks ahead and we get more sunlight. So that I agree with. But the hour that you're missing, I don't like that they just pile everything on with that. That's what I'm saying.
How does it affect you a lot or no?
Not anymore. When I lived in England, it did, because the weather there is considerably more horrific than Colorado. And we are so lucky here to have over 300 days of sunshine, and having that blue sky, I'm telling you, that's real. That's
really
real.
is.
And in England, it's beautiful, but it's grey, it's cold, and that extra hour in spring, you just feel like life's a bit easier. You get up and it's light. Like you said, it's like going to bed and it's dark, getting up and it's dark, and you don't feel like you have anything.
But it's not the hour.
Right.
Like, we're
That's an
focused on-
ongoing-
It's still going to be cold. It's still going to snow.
dark and
We're trying to blame everything on this hour and I can't drive because the daylight saving. Is there an S on it or
I think
not?
that's crazy. If you have a newborn baby and you're up all night with it crying and, nappy changing and, milk feeding, that's seriously lack of sleep. And, then you might crash a car because you're not sleeping. But losing 1 hour is a bit for a couple of days.
Yeah, we need
exactly. Chill out. Daylight saving, guys. No S. no S.
I like the S.
I want to add the S.
I'm going all S.
So now
me
that's
too.
a new discussion.
Yeah.
Do we have the
Al and I
S?
are savings time.
Coming up on DBL, we're talking with Jason Mraz about being on Dancing with the Stars this season. Plus, he and Jeff, like, for real, share a special moment. Is it special in a good way? We'll let you be the judge.
Welcome back. That was a look at Monster Night on Dancing with the Stars. If you couldn't tell, earlier we spoke with my favorite singer, Jason Mraz, who's taking his talents to the dance floor. Take a look.
Please welcome back to DBL. We love him, Jason Mraz.
Thank you.
Jason, love talking to you. I'm your biggest fan. I don't know if you remember me. At this point, we should be best friends. But you're 20. Do you remember me, Jason?
You got it. Thank you.
Your 2024 tour dates have been announced. They already came out. I have like front row tickets, so you'll be seeing me there, like me and my wife, like that.
Awkward.
Yeah. Super stalkery. But is it okay for me to fanboy a little bit at the concert? You're going to be with the Colorado Symphony Orchestra. It's going to be amazing.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for choosing to come to that. And of course, fanboy all you want. That's what I do. I mean, I'm living my dream. I fan all over my musician friends. I fan over the audience who comes to share in the experience. So, yes, it's a shared experience.
Aww.
That was almost like he looked over for security. He's like, yeah, sure. You know, it was like that look. What is your craziest encounter with a fan, Jason?
You know, I've been blessed. My fans are very kind, and they just want to share their love stories, their union, mother-daughters, parents and their kids, like, agreeing on the same kind of music. Like, I'm so blessed. I don't have crazy fans. Knock on wood.
Except Jeff.
Not yet, my man.
Right,
Not
maybe
yet.
Jeff. Maybe you are the crazy fan. That's it.
There's always one.
I'm trying to make him go.
Jason, so glad you're on the show today because we need your thoughts on this. You know, obviously we were just talking about the new Beatles song, which people are loving, but I want to know, what are your thoughts on music being released posthumously after a musician has died?
Real love.
You know, if parts of that song are recorded, are written, and the family estate has the blessing and the okay to share the material, I think it's a really wonderful and generous offering to fans and even humanity to find out what did this human create that was yet to be shared, and what can we learn from it? Whether it's the technology and how we created the art today, or is it the potency of the lyric that needed to be shared, or just remembering the brotherhood of the Beatles? Like, there's so many things about this new track that are really exciting.
Yeah.
So I think it's great.
And I think clearly the other three felt that John would have wanted it, which also makes it a little bit more acceptable and exciting. I wanted to get to the Dancing with the Stars Halloween episode. It aired Tuesday. Everyone is reacting, including myself, to how you stayed in character for the entire show. Tell me, Jason, why did you do this? Now, I also stayed in deep committed character. Talk to me about your characterization. You were the zombie in the back there, still there.
So yes, I was given mummy/zombie character makeup, and the makeup was so thick and stuck to my face that I had one emotion.
It's like Botox.
I could only do that. So, you know, and also we went first that night, and it's a show about capturing the hearts of the viewers and trying to get their votes. And so I thought, too, if I can stay in this competition tonight throughout all the dances, maybe they'll remember me before the end of the show and give me a vote or two.
Smart.
So I can keep going.
Strategy there.
Well, it's been 15 years since you released We Sing, We Dance, We Steal Things. So why did you want to release this album, and how will it be different?
Thanks. Well, anniversaries are fun. Next year's another anniversary of an album I put out 10 years ago. So it's a great way to remember the body of work. And 15 years really isn't that long. I'm still playing a lot of those songs in my show. But it was the album that featured I'm Yours and Lucky and Make It Mine, the songs that got me some global attention and earned me some Grammys. So it's great to be celebrating an anniversary of that. We put a box set together that has some unreleased material and some demos and some fun liner notes. So for hardcore fans, also the vinyl was out of print, so it was a great way for us to repackage the vinyl and get it back out in the world.
I like Rand McNally. That's my favorite Jason Mraz song. Do you know that one?
Wow, that's a deep cut.
Yep,
Thank you.
my favorite, and I like how long it is, and I like how explicit you get with a certain Spice Girl. Just saying. Just saying.
Wow.
I'm getting hot in here.
Thank you for being here today, Jason. DBL Nation, you can catch Dancing with the Stars Tuesday nights on ABC. Their music video night episode airs next week with special guest judge Paula Abdul.
Oh, wow.
Thanks again, Jason. Congratulations. You will be seeing Jeff
Thank you
soon,
so
whether
much.
you like it or not.
All right, see you in Colorado, Jeff.
At a jail cell near you.
Bye, Jason.
Oh, Lord. Scary.
This November, Sandals is giving thanks with an all-inclusive vacation giveaway to Sandals Resorts. Watch DBL every day for a word of the day. Then enter at dailyblastlive.com/sandals for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night escape for 2 to any Sandals resort of your choice. The winner will be announced on DBL November 22nd. Today's Sandals word of the day is sunshine.
Dang, none of us get the word of the day. We guess every time. All right, welcome back. Winter is just around the corner. It's time to start getting your car ready. That's today's Auto Alert, sponsored by Ox Car Care. First up, your windshield wiper fluid, keep it full. One storm can use up a lot, so keeping it topped off will ensure you have it when you need it. Next, put together a winter safety kit. Items like flashlights, extra antifreeze, and snacks can ensure you're prepared in the case of emergency. Lastly, maintain your tire pressure. A 10-degree difference can cause pressure to change, and keeping them full, make sure you have traction on icy roads. Ox Car Care is dedicated to providing you with an amazing auto protection plan experience that works with your budget. So if you're looking for better car care, give them a call, 1-800-219-1407. My car tires are a little low. Can I go and just get air put in them?
Sure.
Yeah.
It costs you $2 at certain gas stations.
I thought it was free.
No.
It used to be.
Yeah, I do
That's
think that's
very
pretty
old
bad.
school.
I think they're quite low.
But I think $2 for you to not have a flat tire.
No, Tori, you got to go
Where are
do
you going
that
to get
after the
$2
show.
in quarters? It's outrageous.
You got to go to the bank.
To get $2 in quarters.
Unless, what do you have, a paper route? How else would you get quarters?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're
trying to
right.
just listen, I'm getting gas. Can I have free air?
Yeah, air is not free?
Air is not free anymore.
Wow, that says a lot about where we are, folks. Air is not free. DBL is new every day. We want to make sure you have a safe weekend. We will see you same time, same place Monday. Bye, guys.